Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hello, it's Friday. We're here on the brand. Now, what are we doing? Hey, I've been having this weird, this late 8-bit Nintendo games. The games for the NES, are they actually good? Of course, of course they are, right? Like, that's a dumb question, but something I like every time I go back to some of those games, I just kind of fuck with them for a little bit and go like, all right, yeah, and move on. And that might be because some of them are so burned into my psyche or whatever that I don't need to play them ever again. But I've just had this weird, like, I don't know, crisis of conscience, or, you know, whatever it is. There's just something about the 8-bit Nintendo library. How do those games hold up, really? And so I kind of want to go back to a handful of them here. And this is partially this. Yes, actually, Shadow 1000 asks the question, is Captain Skyhawk any good? This is part of what led me to this, is watching M.U.S.C.L.E play Captain Skyhawk. I was like, that game's I always thought that game was terrible. That's not like, oh my God, this game I loved as a youth was actually garbage. But, like, that game is straight up trash. And there's a lot of third party, like, it was a popular console, right? So a lot of games came out. And it led me to this feeling of, are any of those games any good? Like, if you asked me, hey man, do you like Cobra Triangle? My gut answer would be like, yes, of course, it's fucking awesome. But I don't know, man. So we're gonna go through a handful of games here, and I maybe even rank them on a list. I don't even know. I thought that might be fun, but maybe that'll be stupid. But my name on Twitter, when Twitter first launched, and I had to sign up for a Twitter account, and it asked me for a username, I typed in Cobra Triangle into the field all those years ago. And then eventually changed it at some point. I was like, okay, it's okay that this is me. It's okay that people know that this is me. I guess it's not that. It's not that big of a deal, yeah. Twitter was a website back in the day. It kind of came along after kind of MySpace. It kind of crumbled and stuff. It used to be a big deal. So I want to get into some 8-bit Nintendo games today. And also I'm going to get into this can of Cult Flaming Mangoes. This was in the bottom of the box. I was cleaning up yesterday, and kind of sifting through some drinks that we had already tried that were still in the box or whatever else. And I was like, oh man, another mango drink. Let's give it a shot. And it's Cult, which the Cult sugar-free we had is damn near the bottom of the list. And so I thought I would try this Flaming Mangoes and see what it's all about. This is not from the United States. This is some kind of foreign beverage. As you can see, the box is now filling. It's still a mess over here. I straightened up a bunch, believe me, but actually it looks worse than it probably did before. Some of the paperwork over there, some forms I needed to fax to people. When you start a business, you got to pay taxes, and you got to figure out how to run this whole. There's a whole thing. So I still have some paperwork over there that's very vital. Is my point. Anyway, in the energy drink box, you can see now is the The charging dock for PlayStation VR 2 controllers and a Raspberry Pi 4 is sitting there with some cables. Because I need to find a new place for stuff. It's the thing, it's something about, when you have kids, all of the things you used to put on a low shelf, you just can't put there anymore. They won't allow it. Your kids will grab that stuff and run away. Our Switch Lite, my daughter she plays some Mario Kart 8. I remember I said that she had gotten tired of it, but she does still play a fair amount of it. But she really is more interested in going into the news section and watching videos of new Switch games. Either way, she takes the Switch Lite that I bought for my wife and she runs around with it. And near the end of the day, she has a little end of the day snack, and it's these cheesy puffs that are the dirtiest. Like, I don't. As a lifelong user of electronic things, I don't like getting my hands dirty because I'm always touching a keyboard, I'm always touching a controller, I'm always doing all this other stuff. So I just don't. There's just a lot of shit that I don't eat. And so there's something about the sight of a Switch Lite and the screen and both back sides around the sides are just coated in dried cheese dust. And I'm just like, oh, this is my life. So I've been wiping down the Switch. The Switch, Nintendo gets a lot of credit over the years for having their hardware be very resilient. I gotta say, the Switch Lite is standing up to not one, but two kids who either play with it or throw it around in the case of my son. And this smells like mango death, which I guess is, and maybe that's not a bad thing because the last mango drink we had, my initial sniff smelled like mango and cigarettes, and it tasted pretty good. So, but this is flaming mangoes. I'm led to believe that there's some kind of chili or jalapeno flavor involved here, which doesn't, I'll be frank with you up front, that doesn't sound like a thing I'm gonna be into, but is it just tahini? Probably. I don't know. I can't read the label. All right. Cult flaming mangoes. You can tell my confidence in this drink by the fact that I brought a backup. Where is it? What happened? It's it's very light. Like it feels like I didn't drink anything. I feel like there was no, like there's a mango flavor in my mouth, but there's no, the part of my throat that should be quenched by drinking a drink is still like, are you drinking something or what are we doing? Like this drink is a ghost, but not a ghost. I still don't know what's happening here. So there's a mango flavor, and then there is a bit of a spice, a little bit of a kick to it. It's not bad. But it just evaporates. Like the whole thing just feels like it evaporates immediately. It's very weird. And the mango tastes off. It's like, when you take an EQ and you go to the middle of the range and just move everything all the way down and scoop the mids out completely, and you just got treble and bass, and there's just like the whole middle of the track is just scooped out and gone. The whole middle of this drink feels like it's been scooped out. It's not. stomach is starting to feel bad. Like just, yeah, like the spice is. This is blah. What happened? What just happened in my mouth? It's like the flavor returned all at once. It was like, oh, it's like 5 minutes later, whoosh, and then my mouth is like, hey, by the way, that was mango. Sort of. My entire being is confused, shaken. I'm sweating. I feel like I'm sweating. It's not that spicy. It's not like I'm over here going like, this was hot drink. But there is something going on with it. It's hot. It's hot. What the hell's going on? What do we... This doesn't feel good. Hang on a sec. I'll be right back. Okay. I cover the... I turned on the air conditioning. And I cover it at night because this room gets way too much air otherwise. But, you know, when it does get hot during the day, I do want some actual air conditioning. So I had to uncover the vent. I bought these magnets off the internet. You just slap them on the vent. This doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. I feel bad. This feels bad inside. My insides don't feel good. Welcome to the show. What's going on? You can follow me here on Twitch if you want to do that. I'm live like 3 days a week. You can I'm on YouTube uploading stuff. Usually these streams. And then, of course, there's the Patreon. If you want even more, if you want a hot bonus of additional content, ad-free show, all sorts of stuff, you go over to patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. I don't want to drink any more of this. Where does this go on the list? I'm really confused. We need to start looking at some names of some other drinks and try to figure out, like, what the hell's going on. I need to start thinking about other drinks in comparison to this one. It's better than Colt Sugar Free. It's better than Bang Whole Lotta Chocolata. It's Yeah, it's not as good as Bang Sourheads. It's not as good as Miami Cola. It is not as good as Tiger's Blood. It's better than Whole Lotta Chocolata, which is a miserable, miserable beverage. I can't. Is it better than? It's such a different thing. You almost need two charts. It is gonna go right here. My insides feel bad. I don't feel good. This is our new number 112. Ugh. Ugh. And I'm not gonna drink any of this, any more of this. I'm gonna set this aside because it is making my insides feel bad. Right? It's not, yeah. This is like, you could do a lot worse. Well, you could do worse. These drinks are definitely worse. But, yeah, it's really for the, I mean, you know, it's an interesting, because it's low because of how it's making me feel now. Like the individual sips of it are not so bad. But it's not sitting with me well at all. I don't, it feels bad. It's a bad feeling beverage as it goes down. And I don't like it, and I don't want to drink any more of it. And so I'm not. And so I'm not going to drink it. That may be I guess that's our first bad mango beverage, right? I mean, most of the other mango flavors are pretty high up on the list, all considered. I feel like I want to burp for an hour or something, but it's not like a gas. It's like it's the flaming part of the flaming mangoes. Doesn't happen in the mouth. It happens here in the center of the chest. Pardon me. I feel bad inside. From the drink. Yeah, no, it's not. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. Let's move on. Let's move on, friends. Let's push some buttons, have a little musical interlude. Ugh. My WWE branded cases of C4 are supposed to be showing up today. They did not make it here in time for this stream, but it's good. You know, we cleared out a little space in the box, which is nice. The best thing about drinking that flaming mangoes is it's quite likely that I'll never have to drink one ever again. And that's nice. At least I can drink them during SummerSlam. You know, I don't know. We'll see if I end up watching SummerSlam. I don't know. Not a ton of interest. There's one match that I'm interested in, I guess, and then the rest I'm like, oh boy, I don't know. But we will see. Why don't we play some video games on the 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System? Because again, there's just something. There's something eating me about this. We're gonna start with maybe like one of the games that might come up in a conversation about what's the best NES game. Okay. It's called River City Ransom. If you asked me, hey man, what's the best NES game? I might just say, oh, it's River City Ransom. Like, that might be a game I would just say one of these days here. We're gonna go with fast message speed. If you've never seen this game before, it's a beat 'em up with stats and items. Really, it's more of an open world beat 'em up. It is a largely legendary game. It is, I guess, it's the sequel to Renegade, right? I mean, in this franchise, late title card. Okay, how are these buttons mapped? Okay, already doing great. Barf, indeed. Oh. We're gonna need some money here, so we're gonna have to kill these guys. So this game is like a pretty complicated series of systems in play here. Where, like, okay, when I have a weapon, I can throw it. I can wield it and swing it. But also, in some cases, here, let me mute this other thing. The capture card is still running. So, thought I had that muted, but I didn't. Let's go look at this. What are our belongings? Nothing. What? Oh, okay. I thought that was like character level. Status is probably that. So you got these stats. This is maybe my problem with the game. We'll is some of the stats stuff. I wish it was a little bit more clear. Anyway, we can't do it with the stick, but like there's also like a kick an item that's on the ground into another guy here with these trash cans. We can kind of do this like that. Like it's a pretty, like, for its time, it's a pretty robust system. When we think about beat 'em ups and some of the stuff that, you know, that came around this time, and even in the years after, I think, you know, a lot of games should have learned more from this. We did, you know, you eventually see sequels and remakes and other stuff like that. Can I see, is there an easy way to see how much money I have? Or just no? These menus are not great. So this is a non-combat zone. This is a social space. In my live game remake of River City Ransom. Here's the social hub. Okay. We're just gonna buy dragon feet here at the bookstore. And then we're gonna read dragon feet. This is a monumental achievement. Me reading that book. I don't have enough for anything here. Oh, here we go. We got a salad roll. This is maybe a system that I wish were spelled out more directly in terms of what do these food items do? Stamina 20 up. Max power is maxed out. That guy picking up brass knuckles and then throwing them at me. Okay, so Dragon Feet does this. Now when we kick, he kicks 3 times. It's brutal. Come on, fucker. Come on, fucker, you want it? Seriously, what is happening here? So there is eventually a boss fight here, but so this is an open world game. I can go places and do things. I can take this rock and throw it. Oh, and then it hits me. Oh, and the money despawns. Oh, there is another guy here. It's like I can't remember if a boss spawns here after I beat everybody or not. I guess not, because the music would have changed. So I forget that there's a series of events. Oh God, we're getting dead. We're dead. We're dead. So I think when you die, you lose half your money. But all this stuff looks straight. So I'm not too worried about it. Still got dragon feet. But in terms of saving up money to buy the similar, you know, punch upgrade, let's look and see how much money we have here. $4. So yeah, like you know, surely we could go look at a guide and figure out, like, what does the croissant do? Like, what's the food we should actually be eating? I've never done that. I've just never done that. And so the food in this game has just always remained a mystery to me. Is this croissant gonna make my punches more powerful? No. Max power 2 up. Okay. That's cool. Right? Oh, hey, while that guy's down, you can actually pick guys up and throw them at other guys, which is pretty good. Take this chain with us. Here's our first boss. Moose. Now, can we go both ways out of here, or is it just the one? Okay. Here's another bookstore. I don't... This stuff maybe raises some of your other stats. I forget. But I don't think it confers any moves onto you. Maybe this one does because of how expensive it is, but I don't... Yeah. Let's read Nuclear Spy. Let's waste our money on Nuclear Spy. He enjoyed the light reading. Strength 4 up. Okay. Do I have any money left for... Ah, yes, Salad Paris. Delicious. What's in here? We don't have any money left, but we'll just take a look. Mervs. Is that, what is it? The Merv burger gives you? No. Is it the Mondo Merv? Oh, heck, I forget. Wait. Smiles are free. Ah, the pharmacy. Okay. I would usually just kind of die my way through the game and not buy a lot of stuff, because it's not that hard of a game. The far right room. Another part of this game was knowing that you could do that, that was a place where you could walk up. Like, it wasn't always great about telegraphing literally like where you could go, you know? Oh, man. Oh, no! I'm exhausted and all punched out. Alright, so we beat the twins. That's good. We need food. Oh man, $3. I would have thought beating a boss would have given me something more. Maybe the vitamins will give us something back. We'll find out. So you can get some orders to go. Great. Well, hey, at least I don't have a lot of money to lose when I do die. Does this have co-op? Yeah, this has 2-player co-op. Fucking high school kids out here in their gangs throwing tires at each other. You know, it's fucked up. So yeah, I think that, you know, playing it again here, this game's fucking cool. I like there are aspects of it, again, you know, with the money, the shopping system and all that I wish was fleshed out a little better. You know, nothing a fact can't fix, I suppose. But also a big part of this game, you know, from what I remember, is buy yourself some dragon feet and then just kick your way through the entire game. And of course, it being a 2-button system, you gotta punch, you gotta kick. Oh god, I just died. I just ran into that box and died. It's good. So does my, okay, so my max power is still higher. My willpower is still higher, so those stats don't reset on death. Do I have money? Probably not. I mean, probably not. $6. Maybe it's worth raising some stats with some vitamins or something here at this last place. I don't know. Texas boots? Yeah. Right. What's Digestol do? Let's find out. I could use some after drinking that stupid flaming mangoes drink. Willpower and max power. Okay, I suppose that's... Beating him with a chain! So, you know, yeah, from a game from Technos, you know, the Double Dragon people. Like, it's weird in some ways that the actual Double Dragon series didn't receive, like, this type of treatment in terms of, like, making it a light RPG or, you know, whatever you want to call it. Nice throw, nerd. Also, we don't really need to fight these guys. Did I ever play River City Girls 2? A little bit, yeah. I kind of, you know, they're constantly doing something with this game. They're constantly remaking it or doing something, right? And it never... I feel like it never scratches the itch the way I wish it did. Not that those games are necessarily bad, per se, but, you know. This guy's just hanging out with tires. Barf. Oh. Wham. Fuck. Come on, not now. Oh. right here, right? No, what? We're gonna die looking for it. Oh, I thought he was gonna stop and pick up the fucking nuts. Instead, he just ran up and kicked me, and now I'm dead again. There's a shop somewhere in here. There's like a secret shop in one of these tunnels. How much money did that leave us with? 14 bucks. Not bad. Maybe I should read another book. Or get some food to go. Maybe that's the actual right answer. This is not a to-go place. That's a bookstore. That's not a store at all. Alright, Merv. I want a Mondo Merv. Yes, to go. What if we got 2 Mondo Mervs to go? Nice Merv malt. And how about some Merv rings? That's some of the best shop music on the planet right there. It rarely got better than that. The Sega shop music that they used in Hot Rod and Fantasy Zone and Super Hang On is also very good. But fucking dick. Oh! Hey, what the fuck? Let's try one of these Mondo Mervs I've heard so much about. Alright, better than nothing. Like, you know, pretty elaborate system of like you can block attacks and stuff, like stuff that a lot of other beat 'em ups probably should have done more of in the wake of this. But you know, like this game really, other than it being relatively short and straightforward, I think this game really addresses a lot of the issues that I have with the genre in terms of it just being very samey and, you know, not very complicated and all of that sort of stuff. Like for its day, especially, you know, this jump, I've never been good at this jump. I've accepted that I'm never going to be good at this jump. I was standing there by the box minding my owns. And then this dude with a lead pipe just shows up and hits me with it until I barfed. There is a shop in here, right? I'm not crazy. Or is there another tunnel later? There it is. Yeah, okay. This stuff is all $1 zillion. And is this stuff garbage? I can't remember. It's very expensive. We almost have enough money for an ISIS scroll. In fact, was that enough money for an ISIS scroll? Yes. All right, let's join ISIS. Wait a minute. All right, we gotta get out of here. Oh. Never know what's going to come flying from off screen. Just holding a rock in my hand and hitting you with it. And then throwing you. Oh, okay, here we go. Another boss. Talk less. Do I have anything? I ate it all, didn't I? I got nothing. All right, don't get hit, I guess. Eventually, someone's gonna fuck up here. I thought maybe that rock bounce would have maybe hit him or something, but no. And we've pretty much spent all our money, right? So, yeah. Let's get a nice onion soup. Max power 3 up. I guess that's... Pardon me, excuse me, gotta go do a thing. Late for a thing, gotta go. Oh, no, 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 no! Ah, 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 ah. So, you know, not perfect, right? You know, like, well, that's a weird expectation to have, right? But it's a game with like some issues, but you know, I think this still holds up because I think it still plays really well, and in some ways, in some weird way, like with the way that the weapons interact with each other, and you know, you can you know, if someone throws a rock at you, you can hit it with the pipe. You know, there's shit like that. Like those sorts of interactions almost make the game feel like modern, you know, the way a physics game would these days. There are very good fact pages for that. I'm sure there are. Yeah, I mean, there would have to be. This was a... This game, I don't know if I would call this game like a big deal when it came out. You know, it came out and then... But I feel like it was very quickly regarded as like one of the best games, you know... At least that's how I felt about it. I don't know. Like, you know, it always seemed like something... Oh, fuck me. Are you kidding me? God damn. But yeah, I have always held this game in incredibly high regard. And I wish like that would be a thing you could almost, well no, you couldn't. I was gonna say like a ROM hack that it changed the translation to just say what stats a thing gave you would be kind of awesome. And I don't feel they've ever truly recaptured it. You know, like for as much as they've tried to do like Kunio-kun is back, and it's you know, River City Zero or River City Girls, like those, there are games there that are good. This game, I mean, you know, obviously is inspiration for it, but part of why I don't like Scott Pilgrim the video game is because it's, you know, biting off of this game. It is, you know, trying to be an homage to this, but way fucking worse. You know? Well, if we want to fight that boss, we have to go back and, I guess, do this guy, huh? That guy's a freak! Yeah, I fucking am. I'm losing my mind over here. This is the real boss fight. Because if I hold to the right and try to jump up there, it just bounces off the wall and knocks me off the box. I'm losing my mind over here! Hooray. Fuck, man. That dude hit hard. That man hit hard. So what did this have? A password system? Yeah. Look at this. Look at these hot passwords. And imagine scribbling them down in the fucking back of a manual or whatever, and then like getting a smudge on it, and like this is perhaps one of the worst passwords known to man. Anyway. All right, River City Ransom. I feel good going back and playing some of it. I feel a lot better. Again, it's just this weird vibe of just like, there's a lot of NES games and a lot of them are shit, and I feel like this well has been mined. There's YouTube videos on every single NES game a billion times over, I know, but like there's just sometimes I would just need to kind of re-verify, hey, are these games actually good? Because when I was thinking about this game in my head, I was like, oh, that game's incredible. But then I was like, but the fucking shop stuff sucks. Like not knowing what anything, like not knowing what stats are raised where, like, that system's so boring. The menus take so long to scroll on the screen. Like it's easy to just start remembering that stuff. But this game still, it's so smooth. Like it still plays really well. The interaction between the characters as they fight, I think, is just a lot deeper than and more engaging than most belt scrollers, if you will. And so I guess I don't I might be joking here, this might be real, but if we're making a list of NES games, River City Ransom is your new number one. I want to play some of this for myself after seeing it be played, because surely there's no way it could be. Surely this game is fine, right? Not Zizix. That's there. Good little drum track. It's made by Rare. Published by Milton Bradley, but made by Rare. Very squirrely plane. You have control over your height, and so this, in some ways, the height stuff is a fucking disaster, because it doesn't actually play into the, like, whether you can shoot. It's not like Zaxxon. Oh, what the fuck? Like, what even happened there? But if I'm going down here, you see my bullets kind of go down too, which is like not a. It feels like the height thing feels like an incredibly broken mechanic, like an idea they had that they never truly made any good. So this game, to me, feels like someone sat down and looked at River Raid, the Atari 2600 classic, and said, let's kind of make one of those. And then at the end, we can have, like, Xevious-style bosses. But then also, we need some cool dogfight stuff. And so here's that. And this sucks. I don't know. Back in these days, I think if your game had multiple viewpoints like this, it was automatically like, oh my god, it's like 2 games in 1. There's so much versatility. There's so much that, you know, there's... This is some rare-ass music right here. I don't know what I'm buying. I haven't used any of the sub-weapons at all. Oops. Okay, we have a Sphinx shooting. Oh! Right, we gotta drop supplies. This game's just a mess. It feels fucking terrible. Like the plane, like you really gotta tap. You really gotta tap the button here carefully when you turn because it just gets going so fucking fast. On these turns that it becomes... And if you're going low to the ground, you know, you see how these walls are, like, sloped. Like, you will hit the ground... You will hit the wall sooner if you are lower. And so it kind of behooves you to stay up in the air, I guess. Though I bet it'd be easier to drop supplies. Oh, fuck me. At least I'm getting retro achievements for this. So, yeah, I think this game feels like garbage. This game, I feel like got a lot of play, maybe in the magazines, or whether it was just friends or something, but I feel like this game was treated as prominent, and I remember getting my hands on it back then, and being like, this sucks. This is fucking terrible. And I maintain, here and now, this game sucks. It's fucking terrible. Okay, I think that next... Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Are you kidding me? All right, maybe if I get really low to the ground and just mash the button. This time, maybe that'll... Okay, so it's coming up here. Man, is Raid on Bungling Bay better? Yeah, I don't know. Probably. This whole thing doesn't feel very good. It's just very, you know, for as fast as the plane turns in the ground missions, here the plane just feels, I'd call it stiff. Nice going. All right, let's dock. We've done it. We've docked. It's 10 credits. I have 15 credits. Why can't I buy Canon 5? Oops. Did it again. Whoa, what the fuck? Going a lot faster. I like that these jets have the common decency to shoot at you while they're in... Oh, see, that's... shoot at you from in front of you and not just light you up from behind. That's very neighborly of them. Ah! 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 It's like the first level of Rebel Assault. Over here. Yeah, worse Zaxxon. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, you know... Bad River Raid, worse Zaxxon, bad Afterburner. There's kind of a lot of shitty things happening here in Captain Skyhawk. All right, more of this. So far, I guess I haven't really seen a situation where I thought, man, I'm glad I have all these missiles and bombs down here on this menu of sub-items or whatever. Like, it seems like putting all the money into upgrading your main gun is where it's at. The fuck happened? Makes me long for the in-depth gameplay of the Firefox, the movie, the video game on Laserdisc. Is there just no such thing as Canon 5 and this is all a sham, or... It says cost 10 credits, implying that maybe I could buy more Canon, but I guess that's maxed out. That menu could be better. I guess, okay, we have everything we can have. You just watched Firefox, yeah. I remember liking Firefox when I was a kid. Good web browser, good Russian spy movie. All right, that said pick up scientists. I don't know what that's going to entail. I mean, I guess you kind of have to say like, hey, they cooked up different objectives for things, I guess, right? Plays like garbage, and it like you see how maybe it came together in terms of like well, let's look. What came out first, Captain Skyhawk or Cobra Triangle? See, this is hard because it's a David Wise joint, Captain Skyhawk. June 1990 is what it says here on the internet, if that's to be believed. But what about Cobra Triangle? 89. Okay. Man. This is a post-Cobra Triangle. Like, you see elements of Cobra Triangle here, like you see, but really it feels like them trying to, you know, like trying to come up with something that's like River Raid. Like, you see a little River Raid, you see a little Xevious in the little boss battle things they do. A little bit of Afterburner-ish kind of thing going on there. But none of them are especially good. That game feels abysmal. And so, congratulations to our new number. It's the second best NES game. It's Captain Skyhawk. Some of these games will be hard to just like kind of throw onto a list, because there'll be longer games in some cases. But you know, we're gonna make snap judgments here. I'm not gonna play all the way through some of this stuff. But another game I think about a lot. We'll just get the games I think about a lot kind of out of the way here. Low G-Man, for whatever reason, is never too far from my mind. And every time I go back to this game, all I can think is, boy oh boy, this game is pretty bad. It was a robot producing exploration planet like any other. Large cities, beautiful sunsets. But then they came. We'll send in Low G-Man. the low gravity man. I like that little bit of music. The little doo 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 doo. A little. This part. So now, low G man has a pole, and you can only attack with it up and down, and then you've got a gun. You get more power-ups out of enemies, if I remember correctly, if you stake them. And then this gun freezes them, with the idea being now you can go stake them. But I guess, yeah, if you stake them frozen, they will not give power-ups as easily. I think is how that works. Okay, how do we... There we go. Okay. So now we can hit select to toggle between the default weapon and these fireballs. Alright. Now we're in this vehicle. One press of the button does that full dump. Oh, great. I was like, what happened there? I was like, oh, it won't. Okay, let's get up here on top of this fucker. And then, oh, jeez. Stab him over and over again and hope that we stab him before we die. We did it. The movement is weird. You know, this game, playing it now, I'm kind of like, hey, this game's got ideas. Oh. Oh, I was trying to stab him. You can get a longer pole, too. With some, I don't know, you know, some upgrade system, some upgrade item that we haven't found any of. What's the point of, like, power-ups that don't, like, land on the ground? That just feels very... suck-ass. Is this good or bad? I figure I gotta let you out, right? Is that it? Maybe can I... Okay, well, hit select to... Oh. Turns out, just needed to shoot it once. What a questionable craft this is. Am I gonna give up this ship so I can save that person? No, we're going. That was a lot of them. Yeah. Getting a longer pole here, I think. I don't know if this game ever, if the level design ever capitalizes on the idea of you freezing the enemies and standing on them. To be like, hey, here's a bonus area, or here's, you know, you're gonna fall and die if you don't do this right, or, you know, whatever it is. Ah, we know how to deal with low G, man. We'll trap him in a room with a low ceiling. Bumped off Lumpy. Sure. Oh, that's, okay. Oh, God. This seems like it's the thing to do. I can't quite tell. Okay. Great. You brought an ice gun to the snow zone? Low G, man, you're out of your mind! Give me your badge, your gun, and your weird pole. Like, who does it? The power-ups just vanish before you can even get them. It's so fun. Whoa, that lowered my life? That's devious. Poison potions? Is this Super Mario Brothers 2? Ah! It's like Joust. This thing flies like Joust. Like you hit the button and it just like gives you a tiny little boost. Almost out of juice. Gotta go for it. Ah. Fuck. God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gotta say, for a game I've not tried to play seriously, because it's very easy to load up a game and play the first level for 5 minutes just and be like, ah, yeah, low G-Man. This is the most low G-Man I've played probably since it was a relatively new game. My stomach still feels weird from drinking that drink earlier. Like I can still feel some of the flavor in it somewhere in my digestive tract. Yes, no, many people online are saying, ah, yes, low G-Man. It's just me. This game is, like I said, this game is, for whatever reason, a game I think of pretty frequently when thinking about this era or this platform. Like, what are the good NES games? Like, Low G-Man was probably one of the first 5 or 6 games that came to mind. Not because I think it's one of the top 5, but because I'm sick in the fucking... I don't understand. Captain Skyhawk is not a game that comes to mind. It was only after watching some of that be played online recently that I realized just how disgusting that game was. Like, remembered just how vile. This doesn't feel good. Like, the falling in this game doesn't feel especially good. So, like, having a level that's largely based around falling, not awesome. And having these all be, like, blind falls is, Oh, what the fuck is this? Now you're just getting dumb. This is just stupid. Oops. Ah! I don't know about this one. Ah, not feeling good about that one. Yeah. Oh, this is where we're starting. We're starting now. We're here now. Play this level without the levels of power-ups you have been getting. I ain't gonna play any more of this. Are you kidding me? Got back here with the same 2 bars of life I had last time and fewer power-ups, so... You know, having a shorter pole means you can, you know, fire it off faster. Also, that's a low G-Man strategy. And a low T-Man strategy, I suppose. I do like that, like, when it came time for them to design areas for boss fights, that seemingly one of their big ideas was to put you in a chamber that is smaller than your jump height, because that makes it even more of a pain in the ass to move. Like, in terms of, like, hey, let's find a way to fucking challenge it, like, we'll get the low G-Man. He's gonna hit his head on the ceiling over and over again. If I were bad guys trying to fight the low G-Man, it is precisely what I would do. I don't want to play this anymore. Oh, that was the poison one. Great. Thanks. That's what the game needed. Like, here's one more little thing, one more little way we found to kind of fuck players over. We thought it'd be fun if there was a potion that makes you have less health. Yeah, that'll show them. Here we go, a fraction of health. Ah, damn it. That was going well. That was going better than it should have. Okay. How many robot-producing exploration planets do we really need? Is my question. All right, now we return to the list. Not as good as River City Ransom. But better than Captain Skyhawk. Let's see. I kind of want to stick to games released in the USA. Another game I think about quite a bit. Because of this jammin' soundtrack. Not really because of this jammin' soundtrack, but a game I owned when I was a kid that I played way more of than anyone probably should have is Lunar Pool. It's a pool game. So we can, it has a lot of different levels that we can just choose from and then go. And also you can adjust the friction. Its default is 32, so. You see it's Lunar Pool because all this moon here, all these craters. Classic game of 6-ball. So they apply arcade rules, which there are some arcade games that do this as well, but they try to apply arcade rules to pool here, where you have that shot meter in the upper right. Every time I take a shot, that goes down, I think, unless I get a ball in. And so you have a certain number of misses before you lose a ball. You see it says ball 2 there. That's how many balls I have left, like they were lives, basically. I didn't have the patience to play this game properly, so you'd end up in these situations where, there's not an immediately obvious shot, or like it's a tricky kind of thing to land, and so I would just put myself in these situations where I'd be like, well, I'm going to aim at the ball and hit it as hard as I can and hope for the best. And the weird thing about Lunar Pool is that when you started to adjust the friction a little bit, damn it, see that? I wish that would have gone in, but not like that. I like the little. Is this the 5-second music loop for every level? I think so. I don't remember there being other music. I could be wrong. Why would you need more than this? What? I hate this game. Am I supposed to sync them in a certain order? I think you get more points for doing so. I'm not positive. I know you start to get, like, point multipliers and stuff for consecutively syncing balls, and I would not be shocked if that also... God, are you kidding me? So then I get to this point where I'm just like, I don't know, aim it at the ball, hit it hard. Fuck off. It'll have to go in eventually, right? No? Oh, well. Ugh. This seems like a bad idea. Okay. So now let's lower the friction to 0. Surely something has to happen now, right? Yeah. No! So because I scratched, it does not count. But I wonder if I get all the balls in before I scratch, but my ball is still moving, that must count, right? Well. Let's reset it. And so, you know, the later rounds, by the way, as far as like it being a pool game, it very quickly becomes weird. See what I mean? This is weird. What kind of fucking pool table is this? Ah! I hate you, Lunar Pool! No! Balls! So I've always been something of a sucker for the concept of weird pool, because it becomes like this like vague miniature golf kind of thing. And that's why I think they should make a Kirby billiards game. Where do I fall in zany golf? Too zany. That hamburger? That ain't safe. What kind of crazy pool table is this? How did you even rack the balls that way? What kind of weird ball racker you got over there at Lunar Pool headquarters? You got these balls all in a diamond. We're playing 7-ball now. That ain't real. I'll play some 9-ball. 7-ball. On this table? Ah! Some kind of flippin' Star Trek pool, if you ask. No, goddamn. It's a hot number. Is Lunar Pool better than Captain Skyhawk? Okay. Actually, let's do our dude. I think Low G-Man is a better game than Lunar Pool. As pool games go, I feel like this is, it's got a lot of tables. The friction thing is fun. That's a good point. For a Lunar Pool, you sure don't dock with any space stations. That's at least not that we've seen. The numbers just stay static on the ball and it doesn't rotate around when the balls go, which is a real like low rent early 80s kind of pool vibe. And this is, 85-ish. Probably 85 in Japan, 87 here, I'm guessing is what the copyrights on these mean. I think Lunar Pool is better than Captain Skyhawk. Because the control is better. And you don't have to fucking drop supplies. Okay. So that's 4 down. Let's stick to the US games here for now. Another game that frequently comes to mind when I think about the 8-bit, even though this is an arcade game, I largely experienced this on the NES. That's Kid Niki, Radical Ninja. Silent at the title screen. Like an arcade game with its attract noise turned off. Ninja School. Oh, God. We'll help you. I like the music coming up here. Like, are these evil birds? Because a bird got shot with an arrow and that's what got us to spring into action. And now here I am fucking cutting birds apart with a sword. Oh, God. These guys aren't doing anything wrong. They're just vibing. Dancing. Scorpion over here with the spear. What's that about? It's a weirdly long jump for being the first jump in the game. All right, here we go. Oh no! I can't jump over him, can I? I kind of want to anti-air him, I guess. Get up there and hit his body. Ooh. Ooh. Attaboy. Hell yeah. These birds are actively attacking me. Can I climb up and get these fuckers? I can. Okay. Look here, dick face. Oh! Man. This game's one-hit death, which I guess shouldn't be a huge surprise. But, oh, no. Oh. I don't want to do this anymore. This level's no fun. Oh, my God. I thought maybe that would be the last tree guy, but... What's going on here? Can I still climb this tree? No. Oh, no! If I could have climbed that tree, I could have jumped out there and got it. You know, it is pretty radical. I like the attack in this game because it is just this big, crazy, you know, like, his sword attack looks real silly. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh. Games should have checkpoints, I think. I think it's cool when they do. I think that's a cool idea. An idea that existed before this game did. And yet... Wait for Spearman to go away. Oh, look at that. Now we got this. Which doesn't seem that awesome of a power-up. He doesn't know what to do with that. He's like, wait. It's like, oh, wait, I do know what to do with that. I don't even start at the boss again here? We have to go through that. Like, this is where they decide, like, that the concept of checkpoints is... Oh, that was just bad video gaming. I think this game kind of sucks. This is a game that, like, with, you know, years removed from playing it, if you asked me, like, hey man, what's some Nintendo games, I would have been like, oh, Kid Niki, that game's good. But I don't know, man. It's making me feel bad. I feel bad about this now. Because now we have to put Kid Niki on a list. Other than the list Kid Niki is already on for things we're not going to get into here. Is Kid Niki better than Lunar Pool? Is Kid Niki better than Low G-Man? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Low G-Man is a better game. Is Lunar Pool better than Kid Niki Radical Ninja? I'm going to say no. Kid Niki is better than Kid Niki is better than Lunar Pool. Yes. Yes. That Kid Niki rat tail indicates meth sales in Bakersfield. Yeah. Yeah, Kid Niki's up to something. That's for sure. Another one of the games on the games I owned. In the games I owned category. M.U.S.C.L.E. tag team match. M.U.S.C.L.E, the little pink dudes. Remember remember them? Kinniku Man, if you will. Pretty cool. And yeah, I had this game. Oh. Little backdrop again. Oh. Gotta get this. All right, fuck you. And fuck you again. And fuck you again. And fuck you again. Let's get this other ball. We gotta get... Oh, no. Oh, no. He got the ball. That's bad. Can't let him tag. He's gonna try to tag. Okay, there we go. Whew. Fuck you. And fuck you. And fuck you. Yes, he's throwing a tomahawk. Not exactly... Not exactly a feel-good character, but he actually, if I remember correctly, in the Japanese version, he replaces a character that is basically a Nazi. So, I don't... Yeah. Now we're on ice. You can see we're kind of gliding around a little bit here. I think something broke with the achievements there because it's not totaling up my score there in the bottom for whatever leaderboard stuff they've got. Uh-oh. Gotta get the ball. All right, what were we saying? What were we? Fuck you, fuck you. Oh, what? Wow. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Check this out again. Check some of that out. Can we get one more in? No. Check this out. What's up, man? Check this out. Check some of that out. A little bit of that. The ball went right to me, so check this out some more. Not since the Tupelo concession stand massacre has there been a match so brutal. The big strategy here is if you just keep walking behind them, you can kind of just hit the button and do that backdrop over and over again, as long as you time it just so. And then you pick the character that throws a projectile as his super, and then just fuck people over. That's my fact for this game. Yeah, see, I'm getting score, but that thing in the lower right is not counting it up. I don't know what's going on. How do you like how this shit works? Yeah. Yeah. Did it look like this on original hardware? Yes. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Back before they thought anything of having stuff like that, which, you know, that era, I was playing Windjammers the other day, and I don't know if you remember, it's easy to forget, but like the character, like the versus screen in Windjammers is fucking crazy how flickery it is. Uh-oh. That's right. That's right! Something about being good at this game makes me feel bad. Oh. Tagging in Terry Man, or, you know, whoever this is. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. A little bit of that. A little bit of that for you. A little bit more of this. Can I get one more in? No, but he's got one one bubble left. So when you're down to one, you don't move very well. And so you can kind of just finish him off. 2, 3, 4. Pum, 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 pum. As far as I remember, this game doesn't ever end. And you can just enjoy it forever. You better run. Uh-oh. 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 Fuck. The hot tag. Uh-huh. Okay, a little bit of that. One more. And then drop you on your head. That's right. Oh. Brutal. No. All right. Well, we got to look out for this guy. We got to look out because he does that. Oh, that took us out. Brutal. Brutal. Ugh. Maybe I'll tag too. Wrong button. The life is weird, you know, because this guy hasn't been tagged in ever, and he still came in with missing one life. You know, it's like it's weird. This guy does this, which is not as easy to land. So, you know, the tomahawk is brutal. Yeah. Well, this is a great game. I played a lot of this game, and I played it exactly how you're seeing me play it now, of like these two guys, the Tomahawk man here, who seems unfair. I might ban him from tournament play. Oh, here's the man himself. Catch these tomahawks. Uh-oh. No, don't let him tag. Oh, damn. Oh, that one's gonna get away. What's up? Okay. I feel like this is maybe the wrestling game on this platform that does not get talked about ever. Like ever. But this is by far well, this and the Data East game, I think, are the two that I played the most. So you gotta use psychology. You gotta cut off the ring. Gotta prevent him from tagging. Great game. A great game. Now let's not play it anymore. Was the Tecmo wrestling game good? We'll find out, I guess, but I remember it being cool because the Tecmo wrestling game had commentary, which was really neat. Really, really neat. All right. M.U.S.C.L.E. Man. It's better than Lunar Pool. It's better than Kid Niki. Is it better than Low G Man? The roster's pretty unbalanced. Yeah, it's better than Low G Man. Okay. It's the congratulations to M.U.S.C.L.E, the second best NES game of all time. All right. Fuck. Another game I think about quite a lot. Let's get into it. This will be the first party game on the list, I guess. Does the M.U.S.C.L.E acronym mean anything? Yeah, it's millions. No, what? It does stand for something. And now we, unfortunately, must look it up. Oh, this is hard to look up. Maybe it would be easier to just look up Kinniku Man. I don't. Oh, here we go. Here's just a picture of it. Millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere. And it's tag team match, not tag team wrestling. Okay. Wrecking Crew. I feel like Wrecking Crew becomes one of those forgotten Mario games. Another game that lets you just select any level from the main menu. Like Lunar Pool. It also has a level creator, which is cool. The Rastafari vibes. Right, we probably didn't. Both buttons do the same thing. All right. We triggered something. I forget what. We hit a bomb while they're in the door. Is that what it is? I don't remember, like, just mechanically how this game works. It's been too long. Solid music. I think if you hit these all... No, okay. So you can get enemies to go to the background. If you hit that, they will walk in the door, I think is how you can kind of avoid enemies. And then when they're on the backstage, if you hit a block while they're back there, I think something happens. Got some Mario Brothers style fireballs there when you take too long on a level. Oh, I was too close to that while it was exploding. Okay. And so we fell. What does that mean for these fucking guys? Are they going to come down the ladder or are they... Yeah, okay. All I can really do is swing this hammer. That's both buttons do the same thing. It's a one-button game. But check this out. Like Pac-Man over here. Uh-oh. Mario found the coin. Not this Spike or whatever the hell this other guy is. Yeah, come on down these ladders. It'll be fine. Oh, I guess I should just hit that ladder. Wait, do I need to get that, this pylon to my right? Did I screw myself over here? By blowing up those ladders? Oh, I definitely did, because I can't. Well, that's weird. If you hit... Yeah, it's just a... Some of these early 8-bit games, like these Nintendo games, they hadn't figured out, like, what do the menus do? What do we, you know, how do we, what does what and when? And so, like, you can just hit the select button to go back to the main menu at any point. And because you can just pick any level... I'm not sure if I'm using those bombs incorrectly, if there's like something more I could be doing with them in those situations. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, so now our nemesis is here on the level with us. That worked out. He hit the thing and it knocked me down. Okay. Yay. Alright, watch the coin. It lied. Dick. Ugh. Man. I mean, this, it automatically fucks me over, so I can't. Yeah. Yep. Ooh. So my only real recourse here, you can pause it and look and see how you fucked up. Like, I can't even die from here. Well, I guess a fireball will eventually come, but it's really just quit. It's a weird game. It's a really weird game. Oops. Come on. This game has a certain charm. I remember really liking this game. Or, you know, I guess I would say as an owner of this game, I played quite a lot of this game, right? I think that's the sort of like playing games as a kid sort of deal. Right? I gotta move away from the bomb. Right, move away from the bomb. But yeah, puzzle platformer, back when that was not quite a thing. Yay. Like mechanically it's sound. I don't know that there's much about it that you would say like, oh, it's aged really poorly. I feel like at worst you could say, yeah, it's pretty simplistic. But you know, there are I guess there are games coming out today, probably on mobile platforms, that you would say are way worse than this in terms of their mechanics and such. But I don't know that I'm having a good time doing this. Like it's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, fuck that guy. Oh, I guess I screwed myself, huh? Probably needs some kind of like better, like, hey, you died, like force me to die button. Like Load Runner has one of those, like just kill me and let me get on with it. Whereas this just has anytime you hit the select button, you're right back at the main menu. You can pick any of the game's 100 levels right out of the gate, which is just conceptually strange. There's level 100. Probably not the thing to do there, but it sure felt good to blow all that stuff up. And then, yeah, level editor. A lot of these, yeah, saving. Where are you saving to? What are you saving to? What are you saving my level to? Cartridge. Not to the cartridge. This is one of those Famicom Disk System games that came over to cartridge and they left the save and load buttons in there, even though they didn't do anything. And so the manuals all had to have little, like, call-outs in them that says, like, hey, when you're playing Excite Bike, you'll see the thing that says save and load. It doesn't fucking do anything. So, yeah, there's a handful. It's like this, Mock Rider. Oh, use the tape recorder thing? Oh, yeah. Oh, geez, that's even crazier. It's like this, Mock Rider, Excite Bike. all had level editors that had save and load stuff in them. I mean, obviously, like Metroid and some of those other games were disc games too, that or were disc games that saved it to the disc. But yes, God, the Famicom data recorder, yeah. Did it? Beat the level. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Just auto finish all these levels over and over again. Feels good. Is there any way out of this? Or are we caught? Are we stuck in this loop forever? This game maybe could have used some like more testing to avoid. It's weird how janky this game is. It's just going to auto-finish these 4 levels over and over again forever. This should be an achievement. This should be a retro achievement. Soft-locking the game. All right, so Wrecking Crew. Let's return to our list. Wrecking Crew is a game that I've always had a real soft spot for in my head, but it's in my heart. But it's not a game I had gone back to in a very long time. And when you go back and look at it now, I don't think it's a great game. That said, I think our list right now is populated by a lot of not great games. So we can't let that skew the list here. I'm going to tell you, Wrecking Crew is a better game than Lunar Pool. And I think Wrecking Crew is a better game than Kid Niki. But Low G-Man... See, it's hard because you look at it and go like, man, why is M.U.S.C.L.E up so high? But you're like, there are only 6 games on this list. By the time we're done, M.U.S.C.L.E will probably not be a top 10 game. If I even continue this is nonsense. This is a ridiculous idea. I don't know. I just like I've been saying, something about the NES had been kind of gnawing on me a little bit. Like, is this game good? Are these games actually still good? Or is it just like a small handful of really great, really memorable games and then a bunch of trash? And it's a weird, I don't know. Wrecking Crew is not as good as Low G-Man. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 more in here before we This game, primarily, well, I don't know. To me, it's always been an 8-bit Nintendo game, but I think to a lot of people, it would, be an arcade game. Or, gosh, where else did this come out? Was there a Game Gear release of this? Or I think there was a Master System release that didn't come out in the US. This game is called Solomon's Key. And it is a puzzle game. It is sort of a puzzle platformer, I suppose, as well. But this is a game where I feel like I can always play up to the exact same point in it, and then I'm no good at it anymore. Great music. Yes, the Game Boy Color game with Monster Hunter, with Monster Rancher branding. Yes, that's a weird thing. Yeah, this originated in arcades, so as a result, it got a lot of ports all over the place. But I did not see the arcade version of this until MAME came along, you know? Also, some of the stuff with like what the shrine means, like there are some bonus levels and stuff that you'll encounter. This is a weird, you know, one of the relatively rare 8-bit Nintendo games that have up to jump. Like, I have one button for creating blocks and another button for fireballs. You see, I have my scroll up there with a few fireballs on it. Maybe we'll dust this guy. This guy will just drop on his stupid head. Finding the music to be a little shrill, to be honest, in a way that I don't remember it being. I remember really liking the music in this game, but maybe I just like when you get the key and it goes, you know, and it makes its big noise or whatever there. Yeah, the up to jump is a little hard to get used to, but it's not too bad in this game. Since it's often since it's part puzzle, part platformer, you know, it is not always demanding incredible specificity in its jumps. That's not entirely true. I mean, you can jump over like some pretty wide gaps if you... Oh, God. If you time it right. Let's put that there. Get that guy going that way. I was going to try and capture him, but I was not fast enough. So yeah, I guess this... Point being, there is plenty of fast action stuff in here that I'm... Okay, we got to get up there and get that key. Oh man, there was a lot in one space there. There's a lot occupying. Good sound effects in this game. Maybe that's more of what I would say. Like, there's some good tunes, some good little jingles on some things. Come here. Come here. Do I need to go up there and get that shrine icon? I don't need to do anything, but... Is that a thing? I can't remember. It is. Hidden. I don't know where all the hidden stuff is. But it's the sort of thing where in some cases, if you put a block and then remove it, that will cause an item to appear if you do it in the right spot. So there's just a lot of shit like that. Yeah, yes, that's right, John. There's an ending wrapped up in you finding the exact right weird fucking secrets. Okay. Fall to your death. You as well. I don't need to be doing this, like, you can just fucking run for it and hope for the best. Like, I can put blocks up, and that blocks the fireballs, and then the block gets destroyed, but you can kind of just muscle your way up without being this careful. Speedrun? Yeah, I bet speedruns of this would be real nuts. Is this going to make my thing longer? No. I should have waited. So it's not the case of, like, I can use this to block them until the time is right for me to drop down, and then we do that. There's an item you pick up that makes your scroll longer so that you can hold more fireballs. Like, I should just use the... yeah, I'm just going to use it. That guy's a pain, this guy's just a pain in the ass. In that sort of environment. In that low G-Man-esque area with walls. Almost kind of some slowdown here. Oh, shit. That jump was not good enough. Oh, shit. It's that scroll up there. I think if you get that scroll, that makes your scroll longer. I'm not a great Solomon's Key player because there's a lot more levels to this that I just don't think I've ever seen. Yeah, see? Longer scroll. But just conceptually, I think this game's awesome. There's some sequels and stuff. I think this is about where I start to tap out in terms of just like, ugh. Yeah, that's just dumb. That was just bad playing. My GDV was 51, though. That seems like a good GDV for me. I don't know. I don't know what your GDV is, but I'll take it. I'll take my high GDV, 51. All right. We'll return to the list here. So yeah, if you're just joining us, we're almost done, but for the day anyway. I'm playing potentially maybe every NES game released in the US, for starters anyway, to keep it something that might be attainable. I don't know. And I'm gonna snap judge, put them on the list. I'm not gonna play these games to completion in most cases. Figure out what we need to do when it comes to role-playing games and such. But Solomon's Key is a great game. It is far better than, I would say it's actually not that dissimilar to Wrecking Crew as we're looking at it. It's better than Low G Man. It's better than Muscle. Is it better than River City Ransom? I think Solomon's Key is fantastic. I've put more hours into Solomon's Key over the years than I have River City Ransom, I would say. Because ultimately River City Ransom is, once you're kind of up on it or whatever, it's a pretty easy game. I think Solomon's Key, there's something kind of eternal about it. I think there are a lot of puzzle platformers that you kind of can say that about, right? It's aged well for its era. Like, this is something that if it came out today and it was on Steam and this game didn't exist or whatever, I think people would be like, this is an amazing style of puzzle like, I think people would really gravitate towards it now. Yeah, not a lot of people yelling barf in Solomon's Key that I'm aware of. I mean, I've never finished it, but Solomon's Key, our new number 2. Congratulations to Tecmo for Solomon's Key. Maybe we can get one more game in here. This is this might be a controversial one. I don't really know. Kung Fu. Kung Fu to me was one of the marquee early games of the platform. I don't know what's happening with these leaderboard things in the corner here. I know Retro Achievements has been like totally revamping their entire service and rebuilding their API and stuff, and so maybe there's just temporary outages based on that, but kick that fucker in his face. This was another game that, started in arcades called Kung Fu Master, but I never saw that version. Oh, geez. Well, we screwed that up. Oh, man. This is going sideways. Oh, this D-pad. This D-pad is not conducive to... Okay. All right. Fucking keep it together, man. Kick that dragon. Kick that thing. Jump over that snake. Duck under this fire. Get that before it can explode on us. But I jumped into it. I did not intend to jump into it. Ah! Man, that is, That could have gone better. That could have gone better. Normally, when I'm up on my game, that's the sort of thing you make it through without getting hit a single time. But it's okay. Oh, God. I remember playing this on the Commodore 64 a lot, which is weird because it's a one-button joystick, and so you had to hit the space bar to switch between punches and kicks. And I remember a friend trying to tell me that it was impossible to beat the game. He said, "Oh yeah, they made it so you can't beat it because they want you to play it longer." Or you had some weird conspiracy as to why the game was actually literally impossible to finish on the Commodore. And I was like, that seems weird. And sure enough, if you you can beat that version of the game. I think I only did it with trainers, but because it is a pretty janky version of the game. But to me, this is the to me this is the definitive version of this game. It is the version I encountered way more often. It would be years before I even knew that this was an arcade game, I think. Because none of the arcades near me had Kung Fu Master. Are those green guys kids? I don't know. Either way, they're getting punched in their fucking face. Ah, you... I forget what I need to do here. I can't just punch his head off, right? I mean, okay, yeah, you just get up close and... Cackling motherfucker. Again with the checkpoints. Or lack thereof. Not that these levels are long at all, I mean... Ganon's laugh. Yeah, I suppose so. That was just how Nintendo games laughed at you. That was the noise that all the early NES games made. You know, Punch Out and this and... All right, last level. The end of this game, the boss in this game is one of my favorite. It does one of my favorite things that games of this era often did. Ah, fucker. Not good. That's right. They run away in fear. Here we go. Where it's just the end boss is just a guy who has like basically your moveset. Except if motherfucker doesn't know how to use it. There she is. Sylvia. Love wins. Yeah, he's learned one other, but their happiness does not continue long. Now do it again. There is a, I guess, a prototype sequel. There's like a sequel to this that never got released. The game's called Spartan X in Japan. Which I guess, if I'm remembering correctly, I might be misremembering some part of it, but it is a Jackie Chan film. I think this game's real good. It's very basic, and I think once you know what to expect out of those 5 bosses and the few little things here, like the snakes, this stuff, you know, you like, it has replayability in an arcade game sense, right? I mean, of like, now do it again. You're like, okay, well, I guess. But, it's powerful for its era, you know? It's, you know, multiple bosses, like, would have been kind of cool to see something like this, I don't know, turned into a fighting game, you know? What if they took these 5 characters and used them as the basis? You know, if they'd waited another 5 years or so and put out a Spartan X fighting game or something weird like that. I always think that about ER Kung Fu. Which has a roster of differentiated characters like a fighting game does, but you can only play as the main character, like Street Fighter 1, basically. There is I want to say when they ported ER Kung Fu to like the GBA or something, they let you, they created a versus mode, but I don't remember, you know, who had 2 copies of that and a link cable, and, you know, whoever did that, no one. But I would have liked to have seen more of that, I guess. Oh. Now I just kind of want to see what kind of high score I get. Hopefully it submits to retro achievements. Hopefully that's not broken, but we'll see. Just run for it, man. The Retro Achievements website is down. Yeah, it was down yesterday, but they had a note up that said, don't worry, as long as you're logging in properly with an emulator, your achievements will still unlock. And I am still unlocking achievements, so that part Seems like it's still up. Maybe the high score stuff is still up too. I don't know. We'll see. This might be the best run of Kung Fu I've had in ages, in decades. Merely because normally when you think, I'll play some Kung Fu, you play it, you beat it, and then you turn it off. You know? You're like, you don't wait for you to run out of lives. You beat Mr. X and go, okay. I've seen what I need to see here. Oh, jeez. I've gotten what I need to out of Kung Fu for now. So I don't normally play a second loop of it like this. I like that they even give you kind of like fighting game style, like you know, like I back up facing him still. Oh man, you know, when you're up close with the bosses, it almost kind of turns into a, like you see the elements there for a sec. And you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't turn my back on this guy and walk the other way. That does make sense. This is an example of a 5-second music loop that fucking goes hard. Or I guess it's more like a 10 or something, but you know, of like a really short loop that you, like, I could listen to this for a while. I'm not getting tired of this. I'm having a good time. Whereas like Kid Niki was maybe a little like, ooh. Yeah, what's up? I feel like the thing I did to him last time I fought him that worked so well is now no longer working. Oh! That's pretty good. Pretty good of him to just like eat that shit for a while and be like, now check this out, son. Bop! You're like, oh, okay. All right. Kung Fu. I feel good. That's a Kung Fu's great. It's a great game. I think that holds up pretty well. Like it looks very, you know, I like visually simple, right? But I think it's also very evocative, you know. Like I think like the graphics do a great job here of like capturing this vibe. I owned this game. This was definitely an early release and one of the ones that I just like I owned it and played the shit out of it. And but I think it moves well. It's got like good little nuance in some of the animation where like kind of after a kick comes out, like his leg is there for a little while. Like there's just little bits and pieces like that that it didn't need to be that way. But it ends up looking nice. I also like the idea of these guys that just run up and grope you to death. Like they just get their hands on you and you're just like, oh God, get these guys away from me. They're so disgusting and they're killing me. Like they don't get you up close and punch you. They just grab onto you and just sap your strength out of you. Like, ugh, gross. Yeah, this is a cool game. Violating, you know, kind of the RPG structure of having the ranged guy be weaker, they instead made the ranged guy the strongest normal enemy in the game by having the knife guy take 2 hits instead of 1. Which I think works. Let's put it on the list. You know, I think that this game, I would call it like an all-time classic. You know, just if not this version, then the arcade version or whatever. Like I think it's of its era. That arcade game is pretty incredible for its time. Just the variety of bosses and some of that stuff. You know, like it helps evoke. Well, I guess like, you know, Game of Death in some ways. I mean, he's not wearing the Game of Death suit here, but the idea of we've got to go up 5 floors and fight these bosses, and each boss, you know, like it is kind of doing that. And it's pretty kick-ass. I like Kung Fu a lot. Solid music. All that stuff. Like nothing bad to say about it other than it's, hey, you know, it's pretty repetitive. Hey, it's an arcade port and it shows, you know? That's a game you finish the week you get it and you're like, fuck, man. Now what? Doesn't even save my high score when I turn it off. And I prefer the sound effects here to the arcade game, like the punches and kicks, the whoa whoa. That's a very different thing in the arcades, and I don't think it's nearly as good. So I think it's better than Wrecking Crew. I'll take it over Low G Man. And I'll take it over Muscle Tag Team Match. But I think that's where it stops. Kung Fu is our new number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 9 games on our list. There's 700 and something in the US. Is that what the number is? Like 716 or what? I forget what it even is. But 677 licensed and 160 unlicensed, according to Bryn. We'll probably look at the unlicensed games too, because Chiller belongs on this list. We all know it. So does, I don't know, Vindicators or whatever. All right, well, I will put this on a numbered list like the drinks. So that we can update it properly. And maybe we'll have to revisit this. Well, this is fun. And it's like, it's good. I think, you know, the NES, so many people, sometimes I feel like the NES like is talked about too much in some ways. Like it's kind of done to death, and I think it's because there are people younger than I am that, like, for them, that is where a lot of stuff starts. And so, you know, people in preservation and some other stuff, I think, devote a lot of time to the NES. And that's not, I don't want to, like, undercut the actual importance of the NES, but it's more that, like, sometimes it feels like you're just hearing it all the time. And you're just like, man. And so I think over time just gained a real fatigue when it came to this library of games. And so it got to a point where last week people were like, what happened was someone on Blue Sky was like, one of those things going around was like, post your 10 favorite NES games. And I was like, oh, I'll do that. And I sat down and thought about it for like 5 minutes. And I was like, and all I had was like, well, River City Ransom, Bionic Commando, Super Mario 1, and yeah, RBI Baseball eventually came to mind. I was like, oh yeah, RBI Baseball, and then Baseball Stars as well, and then I guess Zelda, Zelda of course would be a top 10, have to be. And then it's like, I guess Punch Out, I guess Punch Out, yeah. And so it became like a lot of like, what's the actual depth there? And I kept forgetting, you know, like you forget, because you look at a list and suddenly you're playing, you know, the first 10 minutes of 8 Eyes and you're like, why am I doing this? Or like the game that keeps coming up as a game that I'm pretty sure is actually bad, but I don't know because I didn't play it back in the day, but it was in every issue of Nintendo Power. That's Clash at Demon Head. I think that game might be fucking trash. But it's the route thing and the openness of it makes it seem like more than it is. But like I haven't really played it. You know, I played it some back then and was just like, this sucks. This feels like trash. And so I don't know. So like there's a part of me that kind of wants to spend like kind of a little bit more time with that game and try to figure it out and be like, it keeps coming up. Golgo 13, of course, is the other game that was like constantly in Nintendo Power, and I liked that game a lot of the time, and now every time I've come back to it in the decades since, I found it to be abysmal. M.U.S.C.L.E Secret Castle is a game that gets a lot of shit. I think that was like one of the games that like, didn't Sean Baby write a thing about M.U.S.C.L Secret Castle in like the 90s, and people have just automatically hated it ever since. It was like that and Legacy of the Wizard were like two big Sean Baby essays or something. I owned that game back when it was new, and I thought it was fine. So I still think M.U.S.C.L Secret Castle is janky as fuck. M.U.S.C.L.E, yeah, I guess it's M.U.S.C.L.E. I don't know. Deadly Towers. Okay, yeah, Deadly Towers is... I returned a copy of Deadly Towers back when you could return games. And Deadly Towers is a fucking miserable video game. It has to... I mean, but again, I need to play it and find out, because like this is all like now... Some of this stuff is decades old. Like, oh, Deadly Towers. When was the last time I actually sat down and played Deadly Towers? So that's what I want to do, is I want to just like get some eyes on these games again, and help you get some eyes on them, because I know some of you were out there saying, I think Wizards and Warriors is a good game, and you're fucking wrong. You're so fucking wrong. Wizards and Warriors is fucking absolute ass. I've played it and finished it 1 billion times. That game sucks. All right, that's going to do it for, I guess, what our first installment of this. Let's embark on this journey and see how far it goes. See if we fill up the list or not. It's a finite number, so why not, right? Is anything ever going to beat River City Ransom, I think is the question. Like, off the top of my head, I'd be like, well, Bionic Commando stands a chance. I would maybe say Super Mario 1 stands a chance, but like, I don't know. Yeah, like, yeah. Castlevania 3 is an interesting one too, because I did not play that in its era. And so I've only messed with it since. And now when people talk about Castlevania 3, they only talk about it in did you know that it had, on the Famicom, it had extra audio? Like, yes, I did. Yes, I did know that, yes. Yes, I did. I have seen, yes. I am aware, yes. And it sounds like Castlevania 3 is amazing, but I've just never really spent any real time with it. Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is a cool game, and Kid Icarus was a game I really liked when it came out, and now when I think about it, I don't think of it fondly. I liked Mega Man 1 a lot when it came out, and it feels like that game gets looked down upon a lot now. I mean, probably because it doesn't have password support or what, like Mega Man 2 did. I think the enemies in Mega Man 1, there's a purity to like Cutman and Gutsman and those guys that I really like. But Mega Man 2 is probably the best Mega Man game, like, period, right? I don't know. We'll find out. Or at least I'll play some of it and then make a snap judgment about it, and maybe people get pissed. I don't know. But we'll take a look at all this stuff and figure out what the hell's going on with all these games. Until next time, I'll see you then. From the world of Captain Skyhawk is the worst. According to this list, Captain Skyhawk is the worst NES game ever released. Also, it's the 9th best. So let's find out together. We'll embark on this mission. We'll go on a journey and spend some time thinking about this stuff. See you soon.